Hello everyone, and welcome back to another spooktacular video for Halloween 2022. As you can see, I have a pumpkin here, which means it is time for another JJ15 ASMR pumpkin carving. Now, I know I said on my TinglyTube wall that I probably wouldn't do another pumpkin carving video this year. However, I couldn't resist seeing all the pumpkins that people had out and seeing pumpkins on the side of the road and at the grocery store. I just couldn't resist, and so here we are to film another pumpkin carving video. Now, as you can probably tell maybe, this pumpkin is quite a bit smaller than the one that I carved last year and the year before that, which I kind of decided to get a smaller one on purpose, mainly because it just would be a little bit more manageable instead of this giant pumpkin that, weighs down the whole table and, is kind of hard to carve. So this one's not too small, it's not too big. I should be able to put the design that I have on it, so we'll just have to see. So for carving, I have this carving kit right here that I purchased from Amazon that comes in this nice little bag with a zipper. And we've got a variety of tools in here. The first one is, I'd say, a very important one because this is going to help us get out all of the innards as well as scrape out any of the stringy bits of the innards because those are kind of hard to deal with. And it's got a little skull on there, which is cool. And then the next thing we have is, this is kind of like an ice pick. So it's kind of like we're going to give the pumpkin a lobotomy, but obviously this would be good for making holes for like eyes or anything like that. So this would be essential, better than using a screwdriver as I think I did last year. And then next we have a nice saw blade right here. So it's got a larger serrated blade where the serrations are a bit larger. And then on the other side, a lot smaller. And then right here, this seems to be a little knife. It's got some plastic right here. So yeah, this is a nice little knife that we can use. And then this, at first I thought this was kind of like a little peeler or something, but I guess this is also useful. It's like a little shovel. And then this right here also looks like kind of a potato peeler, but I guess this is good if maybe you want to shave some skin off, because I know for some of the more intricate designs you can do, it involves shaving the skin off. So, but I probably won't be doing any of that, so that's not really going to be needed, I think. And then lastly, we have this other little saw right here where it's a little bit smaller and it's just kind of medium-sized serrations, as you can see. But that is our bag of tricks and tools that we will be using to carve our wonderful pumpkin right here. So you are probably wondering what design we will be putting into this pumpkin. And so this is it right here. This is a bat. However, it's actually supposed to be upside down. But the only thing is, I'm wondering if I carve this into the pumpkin this way, if somebody's gonna say, oh, your pumpkin carving design is upside down, or somebody's gonna come knock on our door. You know your pumpkin is carved upside down. And the thing is, this is actually correct for it to be upside down, because as you can see, it's got the little logo, because these gray parts are where you are to carve it. And I got this out of a Pumpkin Masters book, which I used that last year. It came with a carving kit. I forgot where I put the actual little tools it came with, but I decided to get these ones because they're new and they're a lot sharper because I carved a couple pumpkins last year, so they became pretty dull after that. But bats like to hang upside down, which I guess would be true from what cartoons show us all the time. So we're going to carve this upside down, and it should hopefully fit on the pumpkin. But without further ado, we are going to get started with carving our pumpkin by first getting the top off. So I think we will get the top off maybe using this tool right here, or this blade, because it did come with like instructions, this little kit, which you can find these all over Amazon. They're just, Chinese white labels, so you can find them under all different brands. And I know last year I watched a Wired video on like a pumpkin carving expert, and he said to carve in the back of the pumpkin a little door, but honestly I did that last year for one of my pumpkins, and that just made it kind of more complicated trying to take the back door off to put a tea light candle in there. So we're just going to go the old-fashioned way through the top, which makes it easier, but he said it'll rot faster. But I guess that doesn't matter. The pumpkins I carve, usually we don't throw them out till like December or January. But let's get started with carving the top. I had to put the microphone up a little bit because I was going to hit it with the saw. Let's try the smaller serrated side so we can get through this thing. Just hard to cut through, but we'll get there. So it's kind of getting a bit hard right here to carve, so let me try with the little saw. And then we'll turn our pumpkin around. I might have made too small of an opening, but we'll see. It's gonna take a long time to get this top open, but it's coming off. Okay, so we are back. I was able to finally get the top of the pumpkin off. I decided not to film the rest of taking the top off because it was kind of taking a long time, and plus because trying to go quietly wasn't working. I really had to saw this thing and make a lot of noise, but I finally got it off, and this is the inside of our pumpkin right there. So, looks pretty healthy inside, I guess, and I actually have left this inside for probably about 10 hours or so before filming, that way to let it kind of warm up, but that way it's not super cold inside when I try and pull everything out. And I've always been scared before if I let it sit inside for a couple hours, it's gonna instantly rot, but it's just kind of an irrational thing, I guess. But we're gonna cut this off. I just want to get some newspaper to put down on the table right here because I don't have any. I don't want to get pumpkin stuff all over. Okay, so I've got some newspaper here, so I'm gonna take the top right here and we're just going to cut this bit of it off. So I guess we can use this more. I guess it would have been good to do this over the bowl, but I guess this is fine. So I'll just set this probably like maybe here for now. So time for the fun part, which is scooping out everything inside. So I'm just trying to scrape the sides off first. I'll probably have to get my hands in there to collect it if I can. There we go. But the biggest use I think that has is just really scraping off the sides, because that's the biggest problem for me, is getting all the innards off because of how just, wet they are. Trying to pull them off, it just doesn't always work. I got a comment last year on TinglyTube from a user called Woodstalker who said that I can also use an ice cream scoop, which is definitely a good idea if you don't have one of these or don't want to get one of these kits, and maybe you just want to use like a paring knife or like a little saw knife, I guess. Then you can use an ice cream scooper. We haven't had an ice cream scooper in a very long time. We had one, but it kind of just disappeared, and we don't eat ice cream all that much. But when we do, we just kind of use just like a big spoon, even though the ice cream tends to bend it. Just that's what we use. We don't really, like I said, have an ice cream scooper, so that's why I'm using kind of what I have, which is this kit. And then I know I also got a comment from someone else saying that we can cook and eat the innards or the seeds. I am aware of that. We just don't do that. It's kind of just throw them away. But I guess you could also throw them outside, maybe for animals. I guess they might like them too. I don't know. I always kind of underestimate the pumpkin carving year by year, because it is kind of a hard thing to do in a way, but throughout the years, I think. But I don't want to jinx myself when I say that. I actually got 3 pumpkins this year, and last year I had like 4 of them. I always buy a couple, not because I think I'm gonna mess up, but because I also carve some for my nieces, even though my one niece is old enough to carve, but she's not really interested in it, so pretty much I just carve them and they kind of just take the credit for it. But I'm not an expert at pumpkin carving, so I just try my best, so no credit needed for me. We also got Pebbles a Halloween costume this year. I won't say exactly what it is right now, but be sure to follow me on Instagram at JacobJacob15ASMR, and I'll post a photo when we put it on her, because MM15 wants to take a photo anyway, because she wants to submit it to the newspaper for the chance to win an Amazon gift card. Or an Amazon gift card. Would it be Amazon gift card or an Amazon? I don't know. I guess she could do it either way. It kind of flows either way, kind of. So we're making good work of the inside of this pumpkin. I haven't trick-or-treated in I think maybe about 3 years. Time is just going by way too quickly. The last time I trick-or-treated was Halloween 2019, but I definitely can still trick-or-treat. I know people that still trick-or-treat like into their, like even in college I know people still trick-or-treat, but I guess by the time you're 30 it kind of winds down. But MM15 actually wants to go to a trunk-or-treat soon. Tomorrow, actually. I'm filming this on Friday, the 21st. Just had to remember the date. And so, the 22nd, I guess, she wants to go to a trunk or treat. And so, I'm just kind of gonna assemble a costume with what I have. MM15 is going to be a early American pioneer woman. Because in my last Halloween video, the prank store video, the pioneer woman costume is MM15 she bought because she's been watching a YouTube channel called Early American, which I guess they kind of roleplay as like early American pioneer settlers. And so she decided to buy one because she thought the clothing is really cool and stuff like that, so that's what she's gonna be. MM15 has never worn a costume or really ever did anything trick-or-treating related. Like, she took us trick-or-treating but never got involved in it, because now, you know, almost every parent is gonna have a Halloween costume, and so I guess she's decided to change her tune at her nice old age and decided to wear a Halloween costume and forced me to go with her. I guess people will give us candy. Me, probably her. I don't know. I'm surprised this year. I kind of thought it'd be funny if, like, someone was giving out candy and you had to, like, give $1 or something because of the economy and inflation. So, I don't know, I thought pretty funny. Speaking of inflation, lately I've been seeing, I don't know if you could call it fear-mongering about inflation in the economy and, the cost of living crisis, but, I mean, it's kind of scared me a little bit of, like, the way things are going up, pricing and stuff like that. But I guess it's normal, I think. Okay, so I think we're probably getting done with this pumpkin. I just want to take a quick look. Oh man, we got more. I've been missing this little area right here. There we go. Gotta make work of this thing. The handle of this thing keeps getting stuck on the pumpkin. Okay, so this seems to be cleaned out. Oh, there's more. I gotta get this out now. I guess I need to get my hands in there at this point and get out the last few bits. These two little seeds right down here. There we go. And that should be good. And I just want to scrape this last bit of seed off. Okay, so we have gotten pretty much all of the innards out of our pumpkin, as you can see right there. So I am going to go take this, throw it away, and clean my hands up, and I'll be right back. So see you in a second, or yeah, second in editing world time. Okay, so I've washed my hands up, and I think we'll take a paper towel and maybe try and clean off this pumpkin a little bit. So there we go. It's cleaned up pretty nicely so that we can move on to the very fun part of carving. So as shown before, this is going to be the design that I do, which is, I think, I forgot what they called it in the book, but it was something bat related. Last year I carved an owl, so I guess a bat's good. There wasn't many designs and I wanted to pick something easy. I did look online, but I thought I'd just get one out of the book because it's, simple, fast, and convenient. So again, it does go upside down like that because that's how bats hang, of course, according to cartoons and stuff like that. So we will do that upside down. Now, how they say you do it, and how I did it last year according to their instructions, was as you put it on here, you kind of wet it, and then you put saran or plastic wrap, because saran is, you know, a brand name, a trademark. So plastic wrap around it, and then you carve out the gray, like, you know, the gray placeholder areas, I guess you could say, or call them. And then the white is the pumpkin that you leave in there. So that is what we are going to do. I'll, I think, get a rag, a wet rag, so that you don't put it under the faucet and it rips it right through the middle, because paper's pretty thin, kind of thin. So that is what we will do. Okay, so I've got a rag here. Kind of a decrepit one, but it'll work. Yeah, it should be damp enough, I guess. So I guess maybe let's kind of put it there for a second to kind of get it wet. We have saran. We have the name brand Clean Plus. So there we go. So let me try and get this. Okay, so I think I got it wet enough to stick. I mean, the top is sticking pretty good. So I guess maybe we can just kind of go like that. Continue like this, maybe. There we go, that's helping. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to move this around a little bit to get it to work right. I mean, I guess we could move it down a little bit. So there we go, I guess that'll work for this. So let me see, I guess maybe I should use this little saw right here. Start right here. Okay, so I had to take a hot little minute to change the creative direction of things, because me and the stencil had some creative differences, so I decided to go for an alternative method of transferring the stencil by taking a push pin and just push pinning out the outline of the stencil, and hopefully that works. I also brought it closer to me, the pumpkin. That way it should be easier to carve. So let's continue where we left off up here with the fangs. And hopefully this should go a lot easier now that we don't gotta deal with the stencil and saran wrap. So the fangs right here are done, and then there's one here, and then one here. So let's do the one here. Okay, so that's done. And then let's do this one. And then this has got to be a fang, so we got to make it kind of a slanted triangle. Okay, so we tried our best there. So the next that we would do is the eyes right here. So as we can see, they kind of have a little triangle that kind of goes out, so they're like little moons almost in a way. And hello, Pebbles, who's down over here and was drinking water in the kitchen. If you heard that, I think I'm gonna tilt this my way so I can just see it a little bit better. Here we go, kind of. I guess that works, kind of. And then, obviously, got some pumpkin on my fingers. And then I guess let's try over here, because this is the way that it goes. There. It's the way it goes. So we got this bit out, so that looks right there. And then we will do this little part right here between the ears of the bat. As you can see right here, so we got this part out right here. Okay, so that part is cut out right here, as we can see. And then we will do this part right here. then we gotta do the little turn right here. And just gotta get this part out. And there we go. We have the other part done. And then we just gotta get these out. There we go. There we go. And there we go. This other part out. There we go. And then this one fang right here. And then this might be a little bit hard, but we'll see. Oh no. Pretty easy. And wow, we have our bat. Very, very nice. Okay, so we have our pumpkin all carved. I hope it looks good. I tried to clean it up a little bit, but I tried my best, and I guess things worked out in the end. The stencil just wasn't cooperating. The plastic wrap just kept catching on the blade and destroying the whole stencil, and plus me trying to carve and me moving the stencil up when I was trying to pull the blade out didn't make things easier. But let's put a little tea light candle in there. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and hope all of you have a great Halloween and a great rest of your day or night. Thank you very much for joining me and watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye Z's, my brownies.